the WinSmart node itself rewards you in bonuses, and there's not a limit on the number of nodes available for the Win blockchain, but there's a maximum digital rewards to be distributed to the people who actually runs a software of 50 billion. You could say the common denominator for the partner nodes and the Win is the same as running or having a total supply of 50 billion. The, there are no limit to the number of the Win smart node, but there's a limit to 100,000 partner nodes, and such partner nodes as Switch, Galvan, Element, and Grow, and the like. The price varies for the partner nodes. For every 100 nodes sold, the price goes up by $100. So as you look at the nodes, when you look at the node tab, you will see a price difference for different of the nodes. So some of them are higher, some of them are lower, some of them are medium prices, because based on the popularity of the nodes, because people might be interested in one node versus the other based on the project itself. Okay. However, the node pays on the partner nodes pays on 50% of the price of the node. Okay, if the smart node is $4,000, so the commission is paid on 50% of the sales price, versus on the Win node it pays on 100% of the sale of the node. And then for every 100 sold, the price goes up by 100, but they do share the same maximum digital rewards, 50 billion. So unlimited node, 50 billions, limited nodes to 100,000 per project. For every 100 sold, the price goes up by $100, and the commission is paid, the reward is paid on 50% of the sale. So very important. Okay, so anybody can come in and start as a connector. As a connector, you basically create a free account, simply set up your DeFi wallet, and you have access to the free academy that you can actually go through multiple of the 25 different modules, but you don't get credit for completing the modules. You simply have access to the modules, but not the credit. Once you purchased a Win smart node, regardless of its current price at the time you see this video, then you become a droid. But everybody starts as a connector. As a droid, you have a benefit now, because you are not only you unlock the academy and the like, but I'm gonna get into that later. So 3 positions available, actually 4 positions available. Connector, everybody is starts with a free account. The moment that you decide to support the community by purchasing a Win smart node or partner nodes, you become a droid. Or you can become a block bot if you run and operate the Win smart node and then sell 5 to your frontline members. You can either run and operate a Win smart node, purchase and operate a Win smart node, purchase and activate, run your smart node, and then sell 5. By selling 5, I mean you can engage your family members. If you really engage and you really like this project, I don't know who wouldn't like this project, then you don't even have to go outside your family circles to take the people you love and care about and basically allow them to participate not only with the benefit but also get access to the economy. Or you can create a free account as a connector and then sell 5. The first 4, uh, basically when you on your 5th sell, then you are awarded a free WinSmart node for having created a free account as a connector and then sell 5. Again, the 5 does not have to come from outside your circles of influence. It could also come from the family members. And then a blog bot node is someone who coach, train, educate 5 blog bot. And as you already know, a blog bot is someone who either purchase and operate a WinSmart node, or with a free account, educate 5 people to acquire 1 WinSmart node each, and you become a blog bot. And you graduate as a blog bot node when you can coach, educate, and train 5 independent blog bot. And then this is basically it in details. As a droid, you get access to the Win Node reward, the Learn to Earn Academy. Every time that someone purchased a node within your friend chain, meaning your network of immediate influence, you win a transaction because your node processed the transaction for that purchase, and the confirmation reward. Once you become a blog bot, meaning that you purchased and operate a Win Smart node and sell 5, then you open up the blog bot reward, the node operator reward, the complete win score reward, the blog bot win distribution reward, and the complete you compete for global events. So whenever the company is having a global event coming up, then if you are the person who sells the most, you're part of the top 50, 100, or however, whatever the criteria is, you can compete for the global event. And as a blog bot node, you open up then a separate blog bot node rewards that is very, very interesting. The more I learn about it, the more it actually makes sense, especially for someone with great leadership skills. Anyways, so the sales rewards are distributed as such. Transaction reward, I call that TR, 10%, and that is not activated until you become a droid with minimum 1 WinSmart node. Confirmation rewards, CR, and then TB 1BB, meaning blog bot 1, the first blog bot, 10%. Second, or 2BB, there's blogbot 1 and blogbot 2. And this is why it's important to become a blogbot as soon as possible, and why it's also great that you do not have to go outside your circles. You could stay within the family, because there are great benefits for becoming a blogbot, ideally on your first 7 days or less, or perhaps the first 24 hours. And then there's blogbot 2, 10%. So looking at that, it's a 40% that is already available to you if you position yourself as a droid for the confirmation and transaction, and for also blog bot. So in a sense, in one cell, you can secure the transaction, confirmation, and blog bot 1, depending on your level of influence. And then we have the droid sales rewards. As a droid, when someone you purchase at least 1 WinSmart node. Now, the commission is based on 100% of the sale of the WinSmart node. However, for partner nodes, the sales rewards are based on 50% of the sale. I'm going to repeat this in so many ways. By the time you watch this video, you'll be an expert at this. Anyway, so you, as a droid, who owned and operated one WinSmart node bring somebody on board. Could be your friends, family members, former business partners who purchase either a WinSmart node. Sales reward is that distributed upon 100% of the sale of the WinSmart node, or if it's a partner node, 50% of the sale. So that's 10% transaction reward. On the first person, that's 10%. 10% on 100% of this win, or 10% on 50% of the sales purchased for the partner nodes. Second person, same thing, 10%. Third, fourth person who comes in, and basically, so you get the transaction rewards for that. Okay, so the block bot personal sales rewards are a little bit different. You not only get the transaction rewards, but you also get a block bot 1 reward. So if we understand that very well, so the moment you become a block bot, not only do you earn on transaction for the sales, any sales done below you on first level, but you also earn the block bot reward. So as a block bot, when the person who purchased and operated WinSmart node and sell 5, or create a free account and sell 5, then you also qualify as block bot. Then you opened up for every sales. Keep in mind that you've sold, as soon of course you start with a free account, you've already sold, 4, and now on your 5th, the company now acknowledges you, or the organization acknowledges you as a block bot, and upon which 20% comes back to you as transaction plus 10% block bot 1 reward. So you get 20% for every sale and 10% of block bot 1. So block bot is where ideally you need to start and qualify on day 1, if at all possible. If you do it in any other way, then you start the slow way. But as a block bot, would you rather have 10% on transaction rewards or 20? All you have to do with a free account, you start with a free account as a connector and sell 5. Then once you reach the 5th sell, you're a block bot. Then 20% for transaction reward plus 10% block bot 1. So first sell, second sell, third sell, fourth sell, and it so happens every time that the sell is made. Again, the percentage is paid on 100% of the price for WinSmart node and 50% on the sell for the partner smart nodes. So that is actually extremely good when you are a block bot. Now that was on the first level, meaning that people who directly frontline to you, all those sales that happens on the first level. Okay, so remember that as a droid, you start 10%, and then you on the first, 12, and then the moment you reach 5th, you are a block bot. So now you get the transaction plus block bot 1. So you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it keeps going on and on and on and on. And then that we're talking about level 1, meaning that first generation or first tier, depending on what language you want to use. First generation meaning directly sponsored by you on level 1. And then as you keep on going, eventually, if you properly educate, train, and coach your level 1, then level 2 will start to occur. And then that's when we're talking about confirmation rewards on level 2. Confirmation rewards, meaning that you're now as a coach. So again, the droid, right, the droid get the confirmation rewards on level 2 cells that happens in your organization. Okay, where is this coming from? Okay, all right, so and that's on level 2. So you basically created the first person you bring in as a droid is a droid with a node. However, that droid also now start uh, bringing additional people into the community. And then when that happens, you, the droid, on the second level of your first droid, first level, yours, you on tap as a sponsor, your first level is a droid. On the second level, you have a um, you have your first levels, your first your what do you call it? Your first levels, first level, or known as second level. That's what I meant to say. That sound just annoying me. Anyways, so that happens once when the first cell get that confirmation. Now we're talking about second level as a droid. Okay, first, second level. For every person, second level, you get again 10% on 100% of the win or 50% of the sales price for the partner node. That basically pays 10% confirmation. Now, the first level droid gets the transaction, but you are awarded the confirmation for that sell on level 2. Okay, so it happened again and again and again. So that's confirmation reward. So first one was TR transaction. Now we're talking about confirmation rewards. That's on level 2, second generation to you. Now, then we're talking about confirmation on the second level, on the first level, and blockbot 1 for you as a blockbot. So you get confirmation plus blockbot 1 rewards on first level, first tier. Okay, so as a blockbot, every time your sales happen in your first level or generation, okay, it happens that you earn 10% commission. That's 10% confirmation rewards and 10% blockbot 1, so which is a total of 20%, not 30%. Anyways, we're gonna see that. So it happens on the first person. That's we're talking about level 1. That's confirmation rewards and blockbot 1 rewards. 2, second person, third person, fourth person, and then it keeps on going on and on and on. Once you properly understand that was happening on the first level, and now we're talking about second generation or tier. So you are a blockbot, and you introduce a droid, and underneath that droid, third level to you is a blockbot. Now that blockbot has a person who purchased a Win Smart node. The blockbot 1 earns the transaction rewards for the sell plus the blockbot 1 reward. But because the first level droid has not yet become a droid, it opens up the blockbot 2 reward, because between, if this person was a block bot and that person is a block bot, so you have block bot 1 and block bot 2. In this case, you have the transaction reward goes to the block bot 1, and block bot 1 reward, 10%, 10%. Okay, the droid earns the confirmation rewards. However, the droid is not yet a block bot, so block bot 2 goes to you. So I'm not going to give any advice here, but which is why it's important that the moment you become you become a connector as a free account, your first objective is to become a block bot. I will leave it at that. Okay, so that happens again. And again, you're always at the top because we're talking about you, a block bot, and we're talking about second block bot reward. In the case where if in between you and the block bot below, it could be 10th or 100 below, there is no block bot in between. You earn the block bot 2 reward, which is 10%. So the Excel could happen to you for 5th generation because you are the one educating. You earn the block bot 2. You may or may not know such a person coming in. Imagine someone coming in and purchase a switch smart node, 50% of the sale, and you earn 10% block bot 2 reward. Not too bad at all. So of course, it pays to open up a wide network, to open up the channel for block bot 1 or 2 confirmation that could happen. So in this case, the first person you bring in is a droid. Great. The second person is a droid, and underneath that person is a block bot 1. That person, or 5 people, who each person purchase a win smart node. So there's the block bot 1 here earns the transaction reward for the node purchase or nodes purchase on his or her account, which also secure the first block bot position. So 20% of every sale that happens below this block bot goes to the block bot for basically qualifying that transaction. However, the confirmation rewards goes to the parent droid who actually parents this block bot underneath him or her. However, in between, there's no block bot in between this one and the next one qualify is you as a parent of this organization. So you earn the block bot 2 rewards, which is 10% of the sale, or 10% of every sale until this person or that person qualifies as a block bot, which will basically cut you off from here. So in this case, if this person is a block bot, that person is a block bot, so this individual here has a sale, so he or she earns the transaction in block bot 1, and this block bot then confirm the transaction on level 2 and also is a block bot and therefore secure the block bot position for number 2. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So you can imagine if you're sharing with a lot of people, you're educating a lot of people, and some people are not paying attention, and some people are a little slower, some people are a little faster. They may or may not understand what the block bot is and why it's important to qualify early, day one as possible. And as a trainer, you get to basically either confirmed and qualify for block bot 2 in case 1 the position for blockbot1 is available, and so you can have the transaction confirmation in blockbot1 depending on what the cell is. So pretty nice actually. And so here's another example. So you have here in another dynamic, you have a blockbot you as a blockbot2 position on your organization, and you have a droid here, a blockbot1, and droid and win smart cells. Again, 100% of the cell, the percentage sales reward is paid on 100% of the cell, and as a transaction rewards goes to the droid, and however, the confirmation and blockbot1 goes to the immediate qualified blockbot in line, which is nicely and fair because for the time it takes for you to educate and coach and train, you as a blockbot, you earn 20% rewards versus the trainee gets 10% for the transaction. Not bad at all. However, in between the blockbot and there is a droid who is not qualified as a blockbot. Such a droid is, you could say, forfeit the blockbot 2 rewards for not qualifying. That just opened up a 10% commission for the cell based on the smart node purchase. I did the win, which is 100% of the cell that you earn commission on, or the partner nodes on 50% of the cell. So multiple scenarios to examine. So in this case, you have a person who directly underneath you understand, oh man, I'm good. I see this. I have brother, sister, cousin, uncle, niece. I'm going to position them. Sell 5 nodes, register as a free account, sell 5 nodes, and then you qualify for the transaction and blockbot1. So you secure transaction. However, confirmation and blockbot2 still goes to the upline sponsor for qualifying the cell. Okay, so confirmation and blockbot2. So in a sense, the parent still earns nicely 20% for confirm the transaction on level 2 and also is the next qualified blockbot in line to this cell. Very nice. Actually, I'm actually loving this because there are no limit to how many people you could have coming in, position on level 1 and 2. And since everybody is not on the same level of understanding, and we're talking about technology, so there is a nicely 20% distributed between transaction confirmation, blockbot 1 and 2. So which is why it's important to position yourself as blockbot on day 1, so that way you could actually secure blockbot1 and transaction or confirmation depending on how the person come in to position themselves. Now, this is where it gets very sweet. As a blockbot node, you open the last of the reward in the 3 positions. You get droid, blockbot, and blockbot node. As a blockbot node, who basically teach, coach, educate, and train 5 independent first-line blockbots. By now, you already know the qualification for a blockbot is someone who begin his or her account as a connector who sells 5 WinSmart node or purchase and operate a WinSmart node and sell 5. You can either purchase and operate a WinSmart node and sell 5, or you can come in and sell 5 with a free account and become a blockbot. So in this case, as a trainer, as a blockbot node, you are the person who basically identifies 5 individuals who become a blockbot. So in this case, then it opens up 5% cross-line, vertically and horizontally, 5% on every purchase in your line of business, in your friend chain, in your network. 5%, regardless of how deep, how wide the sell happens. So as I'm strategizing, my goal was, okay, so become a Blackbot node as soon as possible. But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, maybe it's not a good idea to become a Blackbot node right away, because as a Blackbot, based on this chart, um, it opens up the opportunity to you in two levels, but it could also be in multiple levels. But as a Blackbot node, it doesn't really matter where a seller comes in. That's 5%. So if you're a big networker, that could be great. But if you're like a small town, a small networker, you don't have a whole lot of people, then maybe you can just slow your roll to become a Blackbot node. But either way, it works out well. So 5% cost, uh, you know, vertically and horizontally, every sale that happens, that brings you 5%. In traditional um, affiliate marketing, you usually have a two-level, 10% and 5% second level. In this case, it doesn't really matter. However deep or wide the sales comes, it opens up a, a course vertically, horizontally 5%. So there's a reason why I hold on that. The only thing that breaks that, the chain of 5 to keep up with the 10%, is the next time someone below you, could be 5th, 10th, 20th generation below, who can become also a Blackbot node, then we're talking about, it stops the 5% chain on that level, from that line, from that one droid to that organization below. So if this Blackbot node qualify his or her first Blackbot, the first fifth, so every position, every cell from this point forward opens you up to 3%. That's very, very nice. So the 5% continue from anyone else but this person who now breaks the chain and becomes a Blackbot node. So from that organization, from that one single person in their entire network, it breaks the 5 to 3% until the next Blackbot node is identified in that line, while every other uh, team member, community member, Blackbot or Droid pays you a indefinitely, vertically or horizontally 5% until one person identify themselves as a Blackbot node and break the chain from 5 to 3 until the next Blackbot node is identified in that line, while everyone else is continuing the spreading the wealth of 5% vertically or horizontally. I mean, this can be revolutionary. And from this line, so the next Blackbot node is identified, so it brings that full 10% in full circles, and then you break the circle of 3 to 2% to infinity, vertically or horizontally, so as long as that line remains. So the only thing that actually stops that 2% is if then a Blackbot is identified in that line for that particular unique individual, while the 2% remains from everyone else. Amazing. Anyways, so we are now talking about so far we're talking about transaction reward, that's 10%, confirmation reward, that's 10%, blockbot 1, blockbot 2, so we are up to 40%. So the additional 10% for the blockbot node is distributed 5, 3, and 2, and then it could be 5 forever until I just explained. And then once it reaches 2, so that actually completes that chain. And then you have the node operator rewards. 100% of each Win smart node cell is distributed to all blockbots running the Win smart node. So 10% divided by the number of blockbot qualify, and so you have the win, the node operator rewards. And this is the one that I'm going to show you, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is good. Anyways, so, and then there is the complete win score reward. Friend chain action points plus win blockchain action point equal the complete win score rewards. So a friend chain is anyone within your organization that's a friend chain, and then what's going on in the Win blockchain action point itself. There is the activities on the Win blockchain, and there's the activity within your organization. Combined, you create the complete Win score rewards. And then the activities are detailed and such. Every time you earn $100, you earned 1 point. And every time you help somebody earn $100, you earn 1/7 of a point. That is, this could happen in your friend chain, in your immediate network, and also in the entire blockchain point. That happens cross-wide, in the entire community. And every time you help somebody in your team win $100, you earn 1/365th of a point in your chain plus entire network, the blockchain in general. Every time a team member becomes a block bot, you earn 1/365th of a point. That sounds like so minuscule. How many zeros would it have to be until you have a positive number? Anyways, doesn't matter. And then every time you activate your Win Smart node, so it pays to actually activate as many Win Smart nodes. So as long as you know it's a yearly renewal, it needs to be renewed every year. But between all these points you're collecting, it doesn't really matter whether you have 1 or 10 or 20, because you will have generated enough by generating activities to create the point that pays you in Win digital rewards for when the time comes for you to renew, for you to have the sum, the value you need to complete for the number of nodes that you operate, the Win Smart nodes. The partner nodes, however, they don't need to be renewed. It's just a Win Smart node. Every time you operate 5 Win Smart node, you earn a point. So basically, every time you earn $100, you win a Win Smart node. Every time you activate a Win Smart node, you win a point. And every time you activate 5, activate 5, you earn a point. Okay, every time a team member operates 5, and that you earn 1 of 265th of a point. So again, those things may seem small at the moment, but keep in mind that it adds up. And then this is a point I believe that's coming. So they might have like some kind of a promotion where you give $100, you earn a point. You save $100, you earn a point. So in a sense, the complete win score ranking is distributed for, this is the block distribution rewards. If you're part of the top 50, okay, so this is like 10% total, and it goes to 2.5% goes to the top 50, 2.5% to the top 500, 2.5% to the top 2,500, and to the top 50,000. So that's 10% total. I believe that was the last 10%, if I'm not mistaken. So, and then there is the BlockBot WinSmart node distribution. The Win blockchain is programmed to release a lot of WinSmart node, because depending on when this presentation is created, that number may or may not be. So anyway, so you have 125,000 for node operator reward. And then 125,000 WinSmart node, the complete win score rewards. So basically, a certain number, in case this number is not correct, is distributed among many qualifying BlockBot. So altogether is 70% of the cell. It says a 70-30 split. The community or the project keeps 30%. 70% of the cell is distributed to the community in forms of 7 different 10% reward. Anyways, so we've talked about how you benefit from sharing this opportunity, and if you start connecting strong, create an account, purchase your node, and operate your node, run them, complete the compliance training, share your link, and the moment that the academy becomes fully available, then you will be able to complete the academy and also earn points. Each one earns you 25 points, which pays or rewards you in Win.